All right, so we're doing page 265 and 266. Okay. Okay, non 265 first. Hold up. Why don't you take out 265 first? Since that's where we're at. All right, so it says number 1, Sean solves the following equation as shown. He adds 4 to both sides. Is that a correct step? Yeah, because I got to do the opposite here. Then the next step that he does, he starts with a constant. So the next move, he has to start with the what? Variable. So looking at his variable, he adds 3/5 x and then subtracts 3/5 x. Is that correct? No, it's not. Why? You got to do the same thing to both sides. And because this right here is wrong, then this step is incorrect. And therefore, his answer is going to be wrong. So it asks which one is his error. Is it A, he added 4 and subtracted, or instead of subtracting 4? No, that was correct. Multiply by 5 on both sides? No, that's correct because that's the denominator. He multiplied by -5 on both sides instead of dividing by, nope, that's still not it. So it's D. He subtracted 3/5 x on the left, but added on the right. Yes, or you can turn it into me and I'll manually put it in Skyward for you. All right, number 2, which shows all the equations that represent the same solution. I need to work these out. So number 1 says 7x, well, Roman numeral 1, 7x minus 5 equals 8x. Roman numeral 2 says 5x plus 11 equals, we got to solve them all, equals x minus 5. And then I'm going to give myself some room. Roman numeral 3 is 3x minus 3 equals 4x plus 1. So then when I'm showing work, go open the door real quick for Mr. Hera. I need to split my equation on either side and then start solving. For this one right here, I'm not going to move this 5 because there's only one constant here. I need to move my variable over here with the other variable because he's by himself. Leave the 8x there, but who do I need to bring over with it? How do I get rid of this? Good. Minus 7x on both sides. What happens to these 7s? Who's still on the left side? -5. Don't forget that sign. Good. Equals, and then this is 8x minus 7, which is just 1x. I don't put a 1 in front of my x, okay? I know it's 1. Unless it's negative. Then I put a negative there, but still, I'm not putting a 1 at all. Okay, so have I gotten x by itself? No. I sure have. X equals what? -5. I'm done. Okay, Roman numeral 2. Okay, I've got some variables on the left and right and the constant on the left and right. You get to choose who we move first. Okay, we can start with the constant. Which one? 11 or -5? Cool, what do I do to both sides? Minus or subtract. Minus 11 from both sides. Close, you're 1 too low.
Oh, that's 5. Oh,
-16. There you go. Minus 16. And then who's still on the left? 5 who? 5x equals 5x. Okay, I've moved a constant. Now I need to move a what? A variable. What do I move? Nope.
Oh, 1x.
Good, the 1x, because I've already moved something from over here. Now I need to move something from over here. Minus 1x on both sides. Good. 4x equals what?
Wait, I thought it would be 4x equals
-16. -16. You're subtracting. I'm not dividing. Divide by not 4x. Divide by who on both sides?
4x.
Not 4x. Not, You want x by itself, so leave by 4. Okay, be careful with what you say. Notice I don't put an X down here. All right, so this is negative 16 divided by 4. Watch your sign. Good. Sir?
What do we use to solve equations?
What do you mean, what do you use to solve opposite operations? Cheater. 3x minus 3 equals 4x plus 1. What do I do? Good. Not negative, but what's the opposite of negative? What's the opposite of negative? Positive 3. Plus 3 on both sides. These 3's do what? Cancel out. Who's still over here? The variable, the 3x. And then what do I get when I compute this over here? 4x plus 1 plus 3.
4x plus 4.
Good. 4x plus 4. Last step. Well, last 2 steps. Subtract. Good. Dividing is the very last step. Subtract what?
4. It will be negative, right?
Negative who?
Negative 1. No, 0.
Yeah, I'll end up, no, I'm not going to have negative 0. It'll be negative 1x. So minus 4x on both sides, negative x equals what?
Wait, say it again, Mr. Oh, equals 4.
Equals 4. Okay? If this is negative x is positive 4. What's positive x? Nope. Negative 4. Give the sign over here. You're dividing by negative 1. X is negative 4. So who has the same answers? Those two. Okay. Let's do number 3. Lorna has $60 and her sister has $120. Lorna saves $7 per week, and her sister saves $5 per week. Y'all, wherever you see per week, per minute,
No, it's divide.
it's a variable. At the very last step, you will divide, but you need to write the equation first. So per week means 7W, 7X, 7R, whatever you want, whatever letter you want to use. Which equation, you should have learned it last year. Which equation and solution represent the number of weeks W it will take for the girls to have the same amount of money? So I've got to start with Lorna and her sister. So Lorna has $60 and she's saving $7 per week. I'm writing down the info first. I'm going to show you my camera in a minute after I'm done writing this down. Her sister has $120 and she's saving $5 per week. $5 a week. Okay. All right. I got Lorna and her sister. This is a little ampersand. It's not a variable or anything like that. So now I need to write an equation, because that's what I've been doing for the past week. They have to be equal to each other. So I have 60 and I'm saving $7 per week. What's going to happen to my money? Is it decreasing? I'm taking $7 out? Increasing. What symbol do I use to show increasing? Add. $7 per week. What am I adding? 7 for each week. 7 what? 7W is going to be equal to, what do I write for her sister? What do I write for her sister? 5W. Nope, she's saving 2. That's it? Just 5W? She doesn't have any other amount of money? Huh? Okay. 120. 5W plus. Thank you. I need an operator. Okay. There's my equation. Now let's find out after how many weeks it'll take for them to have saved the same amount of money. Or do I need to do all of that? I think I just need to match the equation.
Wait, if you times 60 by 2, right? It would be 730 plus 60.
60 times 2, because we're not necessarily trying to find a year. Oh yeah, it just wants us to write the equation, and none of these match except for B, because you're adding 7W to the 60, and then you're adding 5W to the 120.
Oh, so these ones in the order?
Mm-hmm. Because the other ones are wrong because you're subtracting on C, and then A is wrong because you're not adding $60 per week and $120 per week. That's not where the variable goes. Okay, well, we're doing it again. All right. Number 4. What does that equation show? It's balanced, so that means the left side is equal to the right side. What we got?
Oh,
3n.
equals 7 negative 1.
Hold on. 3n. What do we do with those negatives?
Negative.
Minus. Good.
Negative 7
Nope, not minus negative 7, just minus 7. We only need one minus sign.
equals 2n plus 5.
Good. 2n plus 5. Okay, let's do stuff to both sides and figure that out. All right, so split it. What do we do first?
Plus 7.
All right,
Both sides.
good. What do we get?
13.
Close, not 13. 12. Rewrite the next line. Cross this out.
3n equals positive. 2n plus 4.
Good. Now what? I move my constant on the left. Now I need to move my variable on the good. What do I do to this 2n?
Subtract it.
On good. Minus 2n minus 2n. 1n. Good. Equals 2.
Equals positive 12.
Done. Have I got my variable by itself? Yup.
Oh, can we keep these for notes?
Yeah, you can. Oops. All right. Let's go to the next page. Here it says use the mat to create a model to represent the equation. 6W.
Oh, we did this.
We did that in class.
Oh, no, we didn't do 6.
Minus 2 equals 8W minus 5.
Yeah, we did this.
We ain't do the bottom.
Yeah, we didn't do 6 and we didn't do 6.
Okay, well then let's do it now.
Oh, and.
What do we do first?
Oh, we're gonna do 8 minus 8W.
Minus 8W. Notice I'm putting the variables underneath the variables because they're like terms. I cannot put this 8W underneath this 2. Cross these out. 6W minus 8W. 2 what? What kind of 2? Good. Negative 2W minus 2 equals, who's still on the right side? Negative 5. Good. How did I do what? Okay. Last step. I moved the variable on the right. Now I need to move a constant on the, who's the constant? Okay. What do I do to get rid of it? On plus 2 plus 2. These cancel out. Negative 2W equals what? What? Negative 3. Good. Don't forget your sign. Last step. What do I do to both sides? By whom? Nope. Leave that 3 there. By what kind of 2? Negative 2 on both sides. It'll be positive answer. Good. W equals, what's 3 halves? What? How many times does 2 go into 3? 1.5. You did it differently. You did 2 divided by 3. Let him in, please. So what?